mpulira.
When Museveni started his liberation struggle in 1981 that ended in 1986, Abanyarwanda bageze 3,000 to 4,000 found themselves in that force.
Muwulire.
So how did they end up there? They ended up there simply because Abanyarwanda in their exile in various parts of this region where they were, they faced some form of segregation, some form of persecution, some form of mistreatment, simply because they were non-citizens. Abari Burundi, they faced their own form of mistreatment. For example, ntibabemereraga gukomeza amashuri. Amashuri meza were reserved for nationals. Abanyarwanda.
Abanyarwanda balinga babasosola nti e Burundi babawa amasomero amabinga mwe basomera nga amalungi ga Barundi. Mbu mu region awo wonna babasosolanga ebiseera ebyo wulira.
They would be channeled
amashuri
or they would be refused to go for higher education. Zaire was okay because of Mobutu n'iki byose. People would manipulate and find their way. Ariko by 1990s, Mobutu's system had also introduced something called nationalism. That nationalism excluded Rwandans from the system. Positions of leadership and other opportunities. In Tanzania was much better. Kubera ko Nyerere treated refugees as Africans and gave them opportunities. So Tanzania was much better. Uganda was bad. Uganda was bad because for every problem that happened in Uganda, for everything bad that happened in Uganda would be attributed to Rwandans. Cyose muri Uganda nubwo hateraga nka kolera hakaza nka kolera o malaria, some form of pandemic ije yose bavugaga ngo n'abanyarwanda bayizanye. So Abanyarwanda faced a lot of problems in Uganda, especially under the regime of the then leader wari president wa Uganda witwaga Milton Obote. So when Museveni went into the bush in a place called Ruwero Triangle to start a liberation struggle, Abanyarwanda, because they were victimized in many aspects, they were, harassed in many ways, so they found themselves joining Museveni just for survival. Nta yindi choice. Bumvaga nta yindi choice.
Museveni yagenda kununula Uganda. Museveni yagenda kununula Uganda wulira.
But for survival. Secondly, where Museveni decided to start his war, muri Ruwero Triangle, that area happened to be inhabited by so many Rwandans. So when the war started there, so many Rwandans joined. That's
waliwo omuntu alina kyabuuza ku kabano. Museveni basooka ne bateeka Abanyarwanda mu Luwero ne babeerayo. Ngena ali mu byabufuzi bino ebya bulijjo alisumanyi ku military commission. Ali ku military commission ng'ateeka Abanyarwanda bagenda okutuuka okugira nga Abanyarwanda bangi mu Luwero ne beegatta ku Museveni kubanga baali tebalina we babeera. Kati Munnayuganda asugumbiza nti oli ne Museveni mbwanunula Uganda. Kyovula Museveni takoze enguudo, Museveni takoze masomero, Museveni takoze malwaliro, Museveni talina kyakoze ky'Abannayuganda, talina kyabuwangazi kimujjukirwako, byonna bakola byabwe nga bo eggwanga teribakwatako. Bino ebigambo bya General Kabarebe.
We shall crush those enemies as we have done in the past.
Operation Sim Sim is an unprecedented report by the first Western TV team to investigate the intolerable abuse of Ugandan women and men through rapes by the NRA. For a long time, the NRA government has been killing political opponents by deploying HIV-positive soldiers to rape them.
That I'm your servant. I'm not your servant. I am just a freedom fighter. I'm fighting for myself, for my beliefs. That's how I come in. I'm not an employee. If anybody thinks he gave me a job, he's deceiving himself. I am just a freedom fighter whom you thought could help you also.
The army is for Uganda. And you are presenting it to us that this army is yours, the commanders are yours. Okay, we agree. Because of the nepotism in the army, those who have been promoted are largely Balalo people, but the issue is here. These Balalo have come to occupy a land and displace people. There is a program, a deliberate program to make them settle. They are aided by power. In our case,
you were a legislator.
Yes.
The Constitution allows Ugandans to settle in any part of the country.
Yes.
Weren't you acting contrary to the Constitution
as a lawmaker?
The
problem was this. Those soldiers,
this
is what we made clear. And we thank the president.
Isn't your argument a contradiction when you say Balalo are non-Ugandan, but you're saying these same people have army officers who are supporting them?
Kagame is not a Ugandan, but he was an army officer here.
So they were calling Kagame?
No, I'm giving you an example.
I'm asking.
There are still some non-Ugandans who are in the army of Uganda. You think the Banyarwandas have gone all? Some of them who were here with the Rwejema, with the Kagame, with the who, they have remained in the army. And these are the ones who are called. And they speak in favor of this Balalo here.
You're aware, Honorable Fungaro Caps, that the Constitution lists. So are you talking about Rwandan citizens or Banyarwanda?
Is Kagame Ugandan? No, this is an example. His Excellency Paul Kagame, is he Ugandan?
He's the president of Rwanda.
I mean, is he Ugandan? Is Ugandan being a president of another country?
No, I'm asking you.
The truth here is, we had people who are not Ugandans. There is one called General James Kabarebe, a good friend of mine. Kabarebe. We met when I was Shadow Minister of Defense and Security. We went for an official duty in Rwanda. The whole Committee of Defense and Internal Affairs were there in Rwanda. And they were hosted by General Kabarebe. He told us his story. How he started in Makerere. He was born in the Congo. He started in Makerere. And then he joined the NRA Bush War. Then he joined the PF. They fought in Rwanda. And again they went to fight in Congo. So do you think all these people have gone? Some of them could be here in the army now, and they are the ones who are giving big heads to this, big-headedness to this Balalo here. They want to bully us because they think all the army officers are their people. Our own are very small. They think like this because they fear being not promoted. They fear